fit it all in. Apologies. Okay, so HTZ, did I ever get? Nothing. 2 legs there. Okay, let's look at the movers really quick. So right before I left for lunch, we looked at the hot stocks for the day, so we don't have to go through them again. There's no good setups in these. Well, there's HK on there. So HK's moved in. I don't think any of these other ones, if I remember right. Oh, SXE, did we look at that? South Cross Energy. Just want to kill these off quick, and then I want to look at Reed's watch list, and then some off of mine, and then any that you guys want me to look at. I think Tracy, you had one that you wanted me to look at, if I remember right. South Cross. So it held its 200-day on that bounce. Interesting. MACD's turned up. Huh. Squeeze momentum starting to trend. Stock RSI is trending. And the 200 held. Interesting play. The weekly's not the best, but you never know. MACD's coming down on the weekly. MACD crossing MACD. Guess you never know. Okay. South Cross, not the best. A C. Nothing great. The wheat up 5% today. Nice find, Reed. That's pretty funny, actually. The 86-year-olds made some money today. Loan, I can't remember if we looked at that one. Lone Star. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Let's get into okay, I'm not going to show you my DMs again. YTRA, please, doesn't have much history pre-January, but it's got respect for its MAs. Okay. Well, let's do that first. YTRA. Oh yeah, there's not much I can tell you here. This is 124,000 too. Yeah, there isn't much I can tell you. It's got an upgrade from Deutsche, hey? Actually, there's nothing I can tell you, unfortunately. Straight price action, bullish setup. Yeah, there's really nothing I can tell you. All I can really do for you is tell you that it looks like the MAC going to turn up. Stock RSI, you know, if you're going to buy on the stock RSI, this is a decent time because it's close to the bottom. Volume's up, squeeze momentum's trending down, but that doesn't really matter. You got price action. And I mean, if you really wanted to work the retracement on it and try and trade it as you go, then yeah, you know, it's working its fibs. So then all you do is you duplicate that on top, right? So you take this, you move it down, take this, clone it, click this. By the way, I'm moving through my conference calls this week. I didn't forget about scheduling the masterclass work. We're waiting on a few more of our conference calls to get back to us for our next phase of development and the trading business. And then I can schedule that up. So we're going to know in the next couple of days. I just couldn't lock everybody down last night. Possible. So basically you do that, and then you can also you can micro it, so you can, you know, bring it down to a smaller scale, and you start here and you go to here, and then that should give you your daily levels. So unfortunately, that's all I can tell you. But the fundamentals, I don't know. But from a charting perspective, that's all I can tell you. Yep, sorry, apologize. Okay, read. Mr. Reed, setups. SMSI. Sorry, I was kind of played out there. I was doing a conference call and playing with the bully at the same time. SMSI. Between now and Wednesday, I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to any moves that you see up or down in anything. Whoa, oil just came off hard. Wow. I know some of our guys were shorting it there at the resistance. Wonder how Bernard made out there with his short. Wow, nice short. Okay, SMSI daily above the 200. Nice. You're into the third day. Hopefully it holds. You're kind of in a funky time of calendar. Stock RSI is coming down, MACD up, squeeze momentum up, volume's coming along. Oh yeah, your volume's tough. That's your main problem with this one. Yeah, that's your main problem. Yep. But the chart's decent. So the setup's there. Interesting. So not the best, but it's there. NG. Interesting. So this just happened yesterday, I guess. Yeah, this YTRA, or whatever, however you pronounce it, is ever bullish. Basically, the horn setup, very bullish. Nova Gold. So we cover Nova Gold on our swing watch list. So oil's at support right now. Awesome, little short there. So Nova Gold's come off its 200 on its third day. This is gold too, yeah, so a little tricky with your MAs for sure. PFSW, good chart with history, decent liquidity, in respects to over 220 and 50 MA, both breached the 100 and are below the 200. PFSW. So this one is definitely up and above. MACD, stock RSI, squeeze, volume's your issue. But it's definitely got the chart. You can have resistance right in here at $9, but it does have the chart. DRRX, I think we've charted that one before. DRRX. Okay, so trading 155, excuse me, 50 is about to breach the 200. That's interesting. Definitely reacts to the 200 price does. Definitely does. It's almost a gap fill play in a way. Interesting. Huh. MACD's up. Volume's not bad. Yeah. That's the best one so far. It's just that now you gotta wait for it. You gotta wait for it to come back to the 20 and see how it handles the 20. And then the 50 and the 100, depending which one it bounces at. And you got that resistance that you draw out here. Huh. Kind of a funky chart on the weekly. Okay, PCO. So do you explain in here, we screen these? Oh yeah, there you go. So this is the screening method on TradingView he's using. So I love the method. It'll save a lot of time, very efficient. The reason, like I would end up doing both, because I want to see the leaders for the day too for different reasons, but because it kind of tells me where the market's at. But this makes this super efficient. Awesome. Using the noggin, using technology to screen it. PCO. This one's kind of a tough chart. So I'll just pass by that one quick. I mean, it's there. Like, there's a lot of B's and C's in here that, yeah, a lot of B's and C's. That DRRX isn't bad. The chart with history, high liquidity, just got over 200 MA. Wisdom tree. Yeah, this one is a good chart. I'd follow this one. THC. So I've done well in this one in the past. Done really well in it. Really like this one. It trades smooth too. This is a good one. THC. I think I got a double on this one. And if I remember right, it was for 40% of my account. So going back to right here, so I think I bought here for the gap fill. If I remember right, 14. I didn't get a double. Wait a second here. I can't remember where it was now. Shoot. Anyway, it trades smooth, and the thing you got to watch for is it does have basically a gap fill at 2050. But once it gets into the bowl, it proves itself out. So then there's 26 there. Yeah, this is a good. I'm going to save this one for the watch list, if you don't mind there, Mr. Reed. I gave the public just a slew of charts earlier today, so I can save these for ourselves. Oh yeah, I'll critique them, no problem. I'm a critiquing expert. Over the weekend, I'll be diving into these deep. WEAT, so you say the old guys made some money today. I was making fun out of them yesterday. Chart setup's a chart setup, and that's one thing that's not easy to learn. But once you trade Epic for a while, you respect charts. Like right now, Epic is like there's a master class in trade going on in there. I told them before 12:30 they'd see the volatility. Sure enough, boom, got the short right at support. Boom, hopefully they're on the other side of it. Money being printed in that room, I bet, right now. Okay, wheat, sure enough, eh? A chart setup is a chart setup. The thing is just, you know, catching the move. Great call. Look at the 22 at 200. Yep, that's it. I mean, it's set up. What can you say? I'm going to smarten up and save this one. Well, that's good, Matt. Yeah, I mean, it's trading technically perfect to the model. Epic's model's been just dead on. And not only knowing where the support and resistance is, but the timing too, right? Being able to say, well, right in around 12:30, here we go, and sure enough, boom. Okay, so that's wheat, and we also have NNVC, pretty good chart with history but low liquidity, respects its 200 and has gotten enormous lift when this setup has played out in the past, trading 141 just above 200 MA, riding the 20 for support. 50 MA is close to breaching the 200. Stock RSI is at the top. MACD is crossed up with room. 130% last time. Wow. Wow. And then VC. Let's take a look at this. Wow, great work. I'm going to steal your scanning method this weekend. As far as I'm concerned, tonight's the weekend, but you know, I'll be in the room and stuff tomorrow, but yeah, it's weekend. Even our room over the last couple of days, both our rooms have gotten light attendance. Even on social media and stuff, like the views and all the analytics that go with it, everything's slowing down right now. NNVC 50 is just about to breach. Nice setup. Wow. That's awesome. Crazy. $1.44 to 344. Now you are going to find a relation between the slope of the down on the 200 and the bowl. So when you get a moderate slope, It's not exactly moderate, but I think you get my point. There is a correlation there historically with most charts. This one's cool. This this pop here is cool. This pop here is crazy. 214 to 751. Awesome. Whoa, it even gets better back here. $137 to $926. Awesome. That's fun. Liquidity is its issue, but I'm sure the liquidity gets going. I'm sure the volume steps in on those kind of moves. Nice. If you don't mind, I'm going to publish this one. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. Okay. Pardon me, hold on a second. I'm struggling with the air conditioning. I'm climatized, but there's no way to climatize a bulldog, and so he needs it cold. Holy, not easy. Publish stuff. That's a fun chart. Super fun. So what's crossing what there? The 50 MA about to cross 200 MA. Check out what happened the last 3 times. So on, can you actually, I don't know if you can you tag people on? I don't even know. Oh well, I'll go back and put a note in there. I'll figure it out later. Yeah, this is super fun. I think I'll trade this one. Biotherapeutic drugs, healthcare. A little risk attached to it too. What a fun chart. If these get going, you know, that's why you leg in, right? You don't. Check out what happened last 3 times. This last 3 times was set up. Yeah, that's why you leg into these. And I'll even do 1/10, right? And then 3/10 and that kind of thing. Or 1/5, but okay, let's share them real quick. This one, just this one. This one's important. I'm going to trade this one. Yeah. I'll go back and tag you on these later. Who knows, maybe you're in stock twits. Our Facebook, we got to get serious about it one of these days, building it. If you ever want to do me a favor and go in and like it or share stuff or do something with it, that'd be great. But we just have never worked with it. But I'm starting to share in there to start with, and then we'll figure it out later. Google Plus starting to do that too. We have some big stuff coming up that goes way beyond just sharing on social media. You guys will be hearing about going into the fall, basically. Summer, we're going to use summer to get things going. Okay, so happy about that one. That's a golden nugget in my opinion. I love that. Just the risk reward potential is massive. Massive. Like massive. Like it's just massive. It's like crazy. Anyway, that's awesome. Okay, what's next? Run. Yeah, no, we did this one. That's the snake. How is it doing today? That's the question. Mind you, you can't take what these are doing right now into any consideration. Any of them. RSO, pretty decent chart, respects its 200, decent liquidity, same play, trading. Jeez, that's cool. Hey, that Phil? I feel like we looked at it though. RSO. Actually, I gotta leave that NNV. I gotta set some alarms on that one. Come on. One quick alarm here. MACD's up, stock RSI is trending down, so what I'm going to do is I'll set the alarm on the stock RSI on the turn, and over the weekend I'll figure out if this trades. You know, that's when you're getting ready to trade one, you want to get all your fibs set, and then you want to figure out what does it trade most predictably. The stock RSI, MACD, squeeze momentum, DMAs, volume, you know, all of its history. You want to study it out and completely know that stock. Because I'll tell you something, if this actually gets going, and you know which indicators it responds best to and how, so you get to know the nature of it, and you get a move like this, 125 into $7.50. Oofta. And especially, you know, if you get good at, if you understand its nature, you can get in the legs too, like in between them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And, you know, if you can do that, 1, 2, 3, then, yeah, fantastic. See if I can get an alarm real quick on the weekly here. Wow, oil trading perfect. Nice, nice action. What do we got going here? So the MACD is up, stock RSI is up, squeeze momentum's up. So I guess I'm going to set my alarm at price breaching the 100. Now all these alarms that go off in the room, you know, if I'm busy or whatever, you guys want to take a look at what's going on, bring up the chart. I'll promise you it'll pay you dividends. You know, you might only take 1 in 10, but RSO, correct. and allergy attacks. So this is really a gap fill play because it doesn't really respect its 200 that well. I mean, it does on the way down. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not ideal. But it's there. It's the setup. IQI. Okay, so that's IQI. Thanks for doing this, Reed. Anytime you want to pump out a post, you're welcome to. I should get that one person that was sending me hate mail to do a post right on our blog. IQI. Interesting. Oh, it's a trust. It's an investment trust. So I would have to investigate it a little bit. There's not a lot I can tell you about it. Okay, well that was awesome. So yeah, there's some real good ones in there. I especially like that small play. And is it NNVC? Where did it go here? That could be super fun. NNVC. Super interesting. Okay, so we looked at the momos for today. I didn't like, basically any of them. SPEX, it came right off, eh? Over lunch, wasn't it? Oh yeah, look at that. Holy. See, that's what happens. I'm telling you, I know what's going on. I just hate to be a loudmouth. I hate to be that guy, but you gotta be straight up too, you can't. Huh. Well, who knows, maybe it'll get going again. And I could be wrong. About what I was seeing there. What else? Do we have anything else we gotta look at? 12:57. Well, let's take a quick look at some wieners. So, do me a favor and get FireEye on your watch list. Like, watch it close, because FireEye, I'm telling you, like I'm in it. It's not just because I'm in it, but it's one of those plays that you just know things are setting up in a certain way. Like, I'm pretty sure, like my gut's pretty good at this. I could be wrong, but I bet you're going to see 45 to 60 bucks. You know, it's going to take some time, but that's one of those stocks. You know, JUNO is one of those stocks. FireEye is one of those stocks. My trades in oil yesterday, I should have traded last night, I would have hit it. Should have traded today, would have hit it. Should have, would have, could have. WMT, that's my Walmart play. That gap fill on the way. VRX, So VRX, once we get past the weekend here, this one's going to get fun. Don't let this one go off your watch list either. Once it gets going, boy, it's really predictable. Wow. Anyway, VRX is holding today, which is kind of interesting going into this long weekend. It's now into its 4th day over the 200, and 20 is making its way up there. 50 just breached the 100, and I bet you that 20, when it meets the 200, price is going to meet in there somewhere, and it's going to bowl out and have fun. So don't let that one off your watch list, please. I'm telling you, like I breathe, that one has a super high probability of getting fun. CLLS, so CLLS is the test of the natural resistance above. That one, if it gets up and over, has a high probability of success. And it's off today, so it hit resistance and came off, and that's kind of typical. But you know what, it's in the bowl, and you could hit it on the pullback. CLLS, SLX, so this is the steel ETF, gained the 200. Off a little bit here today, but not much, so it's still got it. JUNO, wiener, huge wiener. JUNO. Yep. When I first started covering this, I should go back to those videos and put them all over the internet. Kara is an interesting stock, there's no doubt about it. Some stocks just have, you know, the fundamentals set up in a way that things can get really interesting. I mean, look at where Google started. Anyway, I started covering this here. Well, when it washed out here. And when it was down here, I was saying it was going to go to 45 bucks. And it was at 17 something. So I was targeting this here, this 44.80. Basically 45 bucks. Now it'll take time because it'll back off here soon. Like, if you're still long, I would seriously, you know, watch yourself, because you know, it's gonna come back and meet that 20 at least. They're gonna meet somewhere, at least the 50 or the 100. Simple science. So be cautious on the daily. You could go with your stock RSI, but that's not always the best indicator. You could study out your chart and see which indicator works the best. Or, you know, you could go with your MACD. You could bring it down to your hourly, and you could use the hourly for your exit. But the problem, well, well, no, you wouldn't have wanted to, see, in here, so the MACD crossed. So look at your 2 hour. And your 2 hour looks like it works. But it's got its 20 on the 2 hour. So you got to make your own decisions there. You might want to say your 4 hour instead of your daily MACD. You don't want to be too tight, but you don't want to be too wide either. And the MACD is just starting to come down. But it's, you know, that's more art than it is science, the timing part. But for sure, if your MACD turns down in the daily, but that, you know, you'll lose a lot of your profit, because you can always re-enter. You got to remember that. So if it gets away on you to the upside, like if you exited right now, it got away on the upside, you can always find your entry back in, which is kind of what I did with Netflix, right? So I was in Netflix, got a nice little win, and then I re-entered because it got away on me. Wow, look at oil. Perfect. So Netflix is down 2.7% today. Ugh. Oh well, I don't even have to look at it because it's a hold period. I don't care what they're saying in the markets. I don't care what the bears are saying. Netflix isn't as good as Amazon and Google, but Amazon, Google, Baba, between here and Singularity, they ain't going anywhere. They're just not. Apple's not going anywhere. Netflix, yeah, but tough for it to go anywhere. Really tough. Okay, well, I think that's it. So 1:05 p.m. I think that's all the charts that I can think of. So we got a lot of good plays going on. Well, here's our recent chart setups here. TRCH. Oh yeah, let's look at that one real quick. Oh, I promised somebody that I was going to chart it quick. I'll do a quick and dirty here. Quick and dirty. I think I got into this one on Hedgehog's recommendation, if I remember right. Yep. And I held all the way through. Beautiful formation. Great trend. I mean, for a stock at that price, for it to trend like that, fantastic trend. So where are we at with it? It has its 200. It has a fantastic trend. It's got fantastic symmetry. It did kind of double top. That kind of bugs me. Oil's bullish right now. The 50 is about to cross up through the 100, so that puts them all on the right side. The last time the 50 got through the 100 was right here, and they all got on the right side, and that's what happened. So it went from $1.16 to $1.87, so huge lift when all the MAs got on the right side. The stock RSI was peaking at the time. MACD had just turned up and squeeze momentum had just turned up. So we have a scenario where the stock RSI is almost peaking, the MACD is just turning up and squeeze momentum is just turning up, and the 50 is about to go through the 100. One of the biggest mistakes is assuming that it'll be different this time. And volume's coming in. What was volume doing back then? 50 through the 100. 50 through the 100. So it took a little while for that volume to come in right there. But it did come. It came when it got higher than its previous high. So there's an opportunity in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 trading days, 10 or 11 trading days where people wanted it to prove out, or they were asleep at the switch, because your switch is right there. Volume came in after its previous high. And a lot of people do that. I even do that. You know, I look to the left. The people that take the indicator here are the ones that win. Because you can always cut, but you got to be on top of it, right? MACD's up, squeeze momentum. So let's see how the weekly. So this time the volume's coming in earlier So it could be that people have learned their lesson from the last time. It definitely respects the 200. That's its biggest challenge. That's its number one challenge. I have sneezed at least 30 times since I got on here. Okay, add alert. Price crossing 200. If that happens, I'm all in. Well, sized all in, not all in, but. Okay, nice to see one of my bags I'm carrying around rocking it. And that's not a bag because it's such a nice chart. Fantastic. So that's it for me for lunch, unless you guys have anything else. Thanks for the recommendation on that hedgehog, by the way. Thanks, Reed, for the post, and thank you guys for all the shares on social media. Man, that helps a lot. We got some pretty exciting stuff coming. We got some special podcasts, like we have guests doing, guest traders doing podcasts coming up. Lots of stuff in the fall. Well, we'll probably start before the fall, but anyway, between now and the fall, we're going to ramp up all kinds of jazz. So I'm pumped about that. Yeah, tomorrow will probably be soft. Monday will probably be soft. Even the rest of next week might be soft, but for sure tomorrow and Monday are basically considered holiday days, even though they're not on the markets. Be careful the rest of today, Friday and Monday, especially buying junk, because typically junk floats in and around holidays. And yeah, I'll be around this afternoon, but I don't expect to be really active. So if I'm here, I'm here, and if I'm not here, it means I'm at the beach, and I'll be back in the morning. I'm going to go do a 1:30 in the oil room here. Thanks for coming out, guys.